Good afternoon, and welcome back to the Wirraway versus Heclapar play-by-mail game, where it is the 12th of January, 1942. This turn should see first full ground attack at Palembang, which will tell us a good bit about the next week or 2 weeks of operations in the Dutch East Indies, how many forces we're going to need. Still clearing mines at Surabaya. Looks like one of our small destroyers has hit a mine. We'll see if she sinks or not. Dutch bombers, presumably trying to hit the oil. Our AA guns look like a little more effective this turn than last turn. Yeah. Yep. I'm not sure why the difference. B-17Ds. Oh, they hit the refinery. That. Not worried about the refinery. Oil is much more important than fuel from those sources. And the oil isn't in the city. This is all dot-based cleanup. First landings in the Solomons proper. Two special naval landing force units will take Denpasar. You may recall, if you saw the last video, that we cited at least one Allied carrier off Perth. Assume 3 Allied carriers there, American carriers. They may be planning on raiding the oil at Surabaya, or perhaps even Palembang if it falls by then, or they may be trying to catch our shipping in a couple of turns in the Dutch East Indies, or they may be redeploying to Ceylon or India. Okay, so the weather was supposed to be good over Palembang today, so basically all of our bombers in this area are going to be hitting his ground troops, weather permitting. So the Bettys come in first after the sweeps. And the Sallies. More Sallies. And in China, our bombers are not flying this turn. They all flew missions last turn. Lilies. Lots of recon activity is typical. Hey, clearing out these last stragglers, driving them into the hills. You can see they're all combat ineffective. Yeah. Those units will take rebuild. It's good. Okay, so here's our deliberate attack. Note most of his combat units are quite weak. We'll speed through that. Oh, quite close. About 10 AV from taking the base. Reduce the forts to 1. That looks very good. Yeah, so his AV will be halved next time. So yes, assuming we're not very too badly disrupted, we'll just go ahead and attack again and probably take the base. Obviously, a dangerous prediction. This six tank regiment caught up with the retreating forces from Surabaha, and we'll wreck them again. You can see not very little's left of those units. Taking these bases. Okay. Kep will fall tomorrow, looks like. Allies are bombarding. Probably not wise. They're down to 60 AV. Bombardments. 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 Base cleanup. Okay, well, that's encouraging. Heclapar had gone for sort of a variation of the Fortress Palembang. Um, believe we caught it early enough, and it looks like we won't have any trouble after a week or so of preparatory attacks by armor, taking the base, of course, and then we'll see what happens to the oil. But we've disrupted and disabled many of his units and his engineering squads, so we've done what we can do. Check 38th Division. It's in good shape. Armor units are decent shape. Good enough. So we're going to advance on Batavia. It looks like he's got these units in the open. We have to we have to clear out the shipping because his carriers could be rounding Exmouth any time now. And still having troubles clearing out mines. Only cleared about 16 mines right now at Singapore. Um, so need to keep working on this. But these divisions are recovering and in good shape, ready for follow-on. Um, assuming Palembang falls without the commitment of an additional division, we will have 5 or 6 divisions that we can use for phase 2 operations. We'll check and see what he's got in Manila this turn. And the goal is to take Manila over the coming week or so, driving back into Clark. And we should be getting close to having everybody across the river. Yes, so they will cross the river this turn and towards Angkang. Our bombers are rested, and we're moving in both the Tainan coup and the third coup, along with the 24th Sentai. So have about 160 fighters to go with our our bombers. He has, I believe, all three squadrons of the AVG, plus some Chinese fighters here. He's shown no sign yet of moving them to either Ankang or Xi'an to provide long-range cap, but I expect he will. Moving our next phase of units to grab more of the bases here has just about arrived in Aleutian. And we're going to take Tulagi and take Port Moresby and Horn Island, and then moved on New Caledonia. Looking forward to our next chance to chat, and I hope you have a great evening.